how to make these Debbie Hostess Keto cupcakes. And so these are just basically the ingredients, and I'm going to tell you guys how you can replace some of the ingredients for some more keto friendly options. So I'm using some cage-free eggs. I'm using some Kerrygold natural butter, and you want to use Kerrygold because it is grass-fed, so you want to use that. I'm using some baking cocoa. I'm also using heavy whipping cream, and this is going to be for like the filling in like the Hostess cupcakes. I'm going to use some cream cheese, and I am going to use a little bit of sugar because I don't have a keto friendly sugar, but you could use stevia or monk fruit. Then I have some chocolate chips. These are organic. Also, my heavy cream is organic, and then my eggs are cage-free. You can get some Lily's chocolate chips. And then I'm going to use a little bit of baking chocolates, and you can also get 100% cocoa, or you could get some Lily's Baker's chocolate. But this is basically how I'm going to make them. So these are your ingredients. Okay, so we're going to make the cupcake, and the thing about the cupcake is it's going to be flourless. So what we're going to use, we're just going to use some of our baking cocoa, and I will have the exact ingredients kind of like on the screen. We're going to use the heavy whipping cream, and we're going to use some baking powder to help it rise. You're going to need an egg, and then you're going to need your type of sweetener. So the thing about it is you're going to put your dry ingredients in the bowl first, so like your baking cocoa and your sweetener and your baking powder. And then in a second bowl, we are going to beat our egg. And the thing of it is you want to make sure your egg is fluffy since it is a flourless. Kind of sweeten up your cupcake without adding sugar. You can use some of your baking chocolate, and I'm just going to use one little bar of that baking chocolate, which is 1/4, and I'm going to warm it up, and then I'm going to show you guys how I add it. So you can see my chocolate is a little melted, and now I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of cocoa. I use a scale so I can kind of have the exact measurement, so I'm just going to zero this scale out. And I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of cocoa, which is going to be 10 milligrams, so it'll be 16 because it's already at 1. Well, now it's back at 0. So I need 10 grams of cocoa. Of sugar. I'm only going to use 5 grams of sugar for this dish. So the other 4 grams of sugar will be for the cream. And so I'm just using 1 gram of sugar. So it's 1 gram. That's all I'm using. And then I'm also going to add a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream, which will be 1 gram, and then 5 grams, and then I will use 1 gram of baking powder. And you want to use baking powder so it will rise. For egg, you want to do those in a separate bowl, and you really want to beat it so it can be. So your egg should look something like this, and then we're just going to pour our egg over our mixture. Okay, so when you're stirring your mixture, you want to make sure that it's kind of like jiggly. You see how that jiggles a little bit? You want to make sure it jiggles, and you just want to keep stirring that. So I'm going to move my mixture into a small bowl because this is how big I want my Hostess cupcake inspired to be. You can use a cupcake pan, but I'm going to cook these in the microwave. It's cool. Into your cupcake because this is where we're going to put the filling. So I took out this little hole. The cream cheese filling, I'm going to use 15 grams of cream cheese. I'm only using 3 grams of the sugar. I got 5 grams of the butter, and then I did 5 grams of the heavy cream. And so now we're just going to pop that in the microwave for like 5 seconds. And you just kind of want to make sure it's like a frosting kind of consistency. Icing is you can use some chocolate chips and a little bit of heavy whipping cream, and you can use that as your icing. Okay, so to make the swirl, what we're going to do is we're going to put the icing in a plastic bag, and we're going to cut the tip. This is just a way that you can kind of pipe your bag to make the swirl. I piped my bag, and there's my swirl. So there's our Hostess cupcake. So I'm going to put this on a parchment paper, and I'm going to pop them in the fridge, and then I'm going to make some more, and I will show it to you guys at the end.